Tonight on Poker After Dark, a new gang of gamblers hits the felt, led by Maria Ho and Elezra.
Queen deuce, jack 3, boom, boom.
Couple trips, top set, flush.
Zach Franzi never misses a hand,
I'm never going to say no to anything.
and Nick Wright never misses a chance to drop a hot take.
Cobb salad is an elite salad.
Cobb salad is not an elite salad.
The iconic Las Vegas sign, just north of the Poker After Dark suite at Aria Resort and Casino. It's time to welcome you inside once more for some cash game action. 7 participants, not including yours truly, Ali Najad with the commentary and Veronica Brill with the interviews. Might recognize that mug, well known. Sports commentator and host Nick Wright handles the first things first duties on FS1. And there's another host with the most, Maria Ho, inducted into the Women in Poker Hall of Fame. Has handled duties here for us at Poker Go on a number of occasions. Returning for another helping of cash game action is Zach Franzi in the 2 seat. Then you have Joelle Parenteau, who is the other half of Daniel Wynand in the 6 seat. Then you have Hish Salama in the 4 hole. 5,100, no limit hold'em cash game action with a $100 big blind ante is the game. 10K minimum buy-in. Can't gloss over, last but not least, Elezra, who is fully vaccinated and had been chomping at the bit during quarantine to get back into live poker action. The online streets simply can't compare for a guy that cut his teeth playing Bobby's Room action at Bellagio for so many years. Joelle's first participation with Ace-King. $300 open gets flatted by Hish. Elezra wants to play his button, and Nick Wright likes the price. 4 players to, I guess you can call that a flop.
We'll get there.
One way to deliver it. Jack 9, 8, all spades though. Top 2 for Nick Wright, who checks. Hish has that nut flush draw and top pair. Loves the look of this board, but decides to check it.
11.
1100.
That leaves Elezra with an opportunity to get frisky. Pretty big sizing. Very wet texture, so Nick will proceed with caution. Hish electing to play it the same way. The deuce of diamonds, a complete blank on the turn.
Check. Check.
2 checks in front of Ellie now. And he was just talking about having written a book.
26.
26.
He's telling some tales here on the turn with a $2,600 bet.
Call.
Wright makes the call, and that's a bit of a weird spot for Hish. Obviously, he has to assume he's drawing live and not up against a straight flush.
Call.
So in comes his 2,600. And the 7 of spades, not a welcome sight for Jack 9. And Hish does have the ace of spades, but he's beaten by the 10 of spades if it's out there. On account of that, he decides to check it. And will Ellie wave the white flag or really press? Boy, he reached down into that stack of purples.
How much is that? 44.
But I don't think 4,400 is going to get the job done. Certainly against Nick. It should clear him easily, but
Ellie.
Hish is going to have to see it.
I can only not beat one hand. Just so you know.
Oh, you got the ace of spade. I like it.
Call.
You got the ace of spade, he said, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
I believed him, so.
Believe who, me? Or him?
No, I believe
he's
him.
saying he
Yeah,
believes
you
you.
cannot beat one hand.
I can only not beat one hand.
I was expecting you to show the ace, but
Yeah.
if you don't want to do that, it's fine too. Let's play some different today. Let's do, instead of deuce 7, 8-3 for 500 each.
I'll just make it very apparently clear. I'm never going to say no to anything, so.
I like it.
But you
8-3
already,
Spoken like a
going
true
once.
you already
professional
did that
gambler.
before you
Twice.
proposed, so. We were propping cards during the game and everybody kept sleeping.
I guess the answer is no.
I didn't hear any rejections. I just didn't hear any.
There were no affirmations.
I heard no ayes
Anxious.
to do
Go
it.
back to deuce 7 if they want, but 8-3 sounds, you know.
I'm open
We
to
could just
rather-
play one round of deuce to 7 instead.
I will do that.
Forget about 7.
Oh,
Yes.
just one round?
Run every other round.
Yeah. We'll play one.
So
No,
you
that
get a
I
chance to
object.
get some
Are we playing single or triple?
Ellie.
A round of each.
We'll let
We're
Ellie
play
pick.
deuce
Yeah.
with
We'll let Ellie
7, but
pick.
it's
We'll
single
Right,
draw,
like
no
let's
limit.
give Ellie a chance
Yeah, I
to.
love that.
No problem.
Daniel with the suited connector opened and defends against the 3-bet as he flops
The old
gin
triple
with
draw
a
we're
straight
gonna
flush
pass on.
redraw.
I'd be in for that.
Ellie checks back.
Check.
I'm in.
Daniel
you guys live?
slips it to him a second
I live in
time.
Harlem.
Okay.
I came in town for the game.
Wow. Okay. What about you?
I live in Aria right now.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So this is your basement home game.
I'm homeless right now.
1800.
Meaty 1800 here on the turn into just north of 2K.
There's literally no homes available right now. It's ridiculous.
So you're trying to live here.
I'm born and raised here.
Okay. Okay.
Dead hand.
Ellie knows when the jig is up, and he'll get a look at just how dead he was drawing. Poker After Dark is brought to you by Roman. Simple, straightforward, the way healthcare should be. Visit GetRoman.com to learn more. Manscaped. Don't gamble with your grooming tools. Visit Manscaped.com today for the best in men's grooming. And Poker Go. Get in the game at PokerGo.com. Welcome back to Poker After Dark, where Elezra has been extremely active in the early going, but it hasn't worked out too well for the health of his chip stack. We know Ellie, though, and he won't be phased a bit.
It'd be like the most action game ever.
Sweet. Straddle, restart, Elezra.
You know, the success of the high stakes was because they did weighted and they added that. all
Yeah, of
together,
course.
You know?
I think it's definitely better.
Yeah,
for
and
the
whenever
viewers.
you go on the
You mean the general public doesn't want to stare at you folding for 2 hours?
and they show like
Call.
Doyle's game or whatever, those mixed games things, which are interesting games to watch, but it's 6 uninterrupted hours. So
That's
you
right,
just don't,
that's right.
You can't really figure out.
But that was the best. Like when they were yeah. And Ellie, I know you liked it too, right? Like when they were playing mix on.
This
Oh,
is
it's
a
the
trouble
best.
flop here
900.
for Elezra.
Right.
Top pair and the ace of hearts. And he's up
is this my
against
coffee?
Completely my favorite
Frenzy,
game.
who
Awesome.
has the
Thank you.
flush.
I think we can probably put these on the ground. Oh no, that's.
To be fair, there's definitely like enough action, even if they showed it straight through. But only the
didn't see it.
diehard
The water
poker
bottle was
fans will
flying.
want to watch
Correct.
hands that like sometimes go to the flop,
Yeah.
but don't go
But
to
I'm
the
gonna
river,
be
you know what I
honest.
mean?
You know who
Like-
you're disappointing right now is my mother. Okay, she
Who
wants to
wanna
watch
see
all.
everything.
She wants to watch all 6 hours. Okay.
That's funny. Not my mother, who would be horrified that I'm here.
Well, we won't tell her you're here.
What? No.
44.
No.
All in.
All in.
Twice or once?
Always twice. Yeah.
I have a flush.
They're running it twice.
So Zach check called the flop and then check jams as Ellie made a
Sorry.
pot committed turn bet of 4,400, calls the extra 25, and his first 20K barrel, or bullet rather, hangs in the balance.
This is up.
Versus
I
a
have a
pair
deuce.
versus a pair of
I have a
deuces. That's
deuce.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
I hear it's good to win the first board. I'm not sure.
Elezra couldn't
Hello.
connect on the first board and
Chop it up.
What are you chopping? A
Chop
scoop.
it up.
can't hit the
Dad,
second one
it's not
either.
nice.
Send me some.
Yeah, you don't want to be there.
Oh, yeah, I'm concerned.
I mean, Ottawa's worse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. She's complaining
No,
about.
I think it's Skip.
Oh, wait.
It's, yeah.
Head.
That was Franzi's Beyonce.
Listen,
No, usually
Monday we're
once
playing
they,
400, 800
once
with
they
800.
Canada
The
during the
lineup
winter,
is me, Negron,
try to
Berkey,
get out.
Dan
Where will
Smith,
you go?
Scott
Just
Seaver,
all
and
over?
Jake Daniels.
Well, when
not
it
an
was still
easy
a thing, we would go to
I'm
Australia.
destroying
for
the table the whole damn night.
Really?
Cool.
It's really
I
cool.
stack Daniel, I stack Scott. And then Jake wakes up with the 2 deuces, decides to
Or
float the
even
flop
going
and
to
find a
Vegas
deuce.
or Los Angeles. Or
Yeah, okay.
Just
Yeah.
out.
Anywhere warm.
I mean, that's super.
On a Jack 9-9, we're at 9-10. I'm like, well, this was fun.
Ellie adds on 10,000 in for a total of 30 now.
Yes, Elezra just limp.
Yes, that's just
I was going to say it, but you said it, which is better.
400.
It's allowed, right?
Call.
It's
Yeah.
allowed.
It's allowed.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Encouraged.
It's
I think it's
illegal.
encouraged.
It happens so not rarely that the booth was trying to figure out what just happened. They literally called it in. They're like, what in the hell
Is
did
there a
that man
black
just
chip
do?
left in the pot from before?
Exactly.
They're all, I think that belongs to Zach from the previous spot.
Nut flush draw against top pair as Franzi c-bets with the action check to him.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Put in
Ish
there
has middle
in the
pair.
traditional
Little-
manner.
little
Of
backdoor straight
4
options.
Plus 4, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1.
They weren't coming out. What do you want from me?
The typical way to bet 1100.
Salama. Looking to stay out of trouble.
Call.
Look now. Can look.
Allows Elezra to call the 1100.
Bravo.
Now it's trip aces on the turn for Franzi.
More standard bet. Right?
Thanks. They came out that day.
You only give action to a guy that give you action.
Call.
Which language do you want me to say thank you?
So da.
Check.
So that was good.
2400 turn call came with a disclaimer. Now, could this be a trap card for Ellie as he hits the king
33.
to make aces up? He just added on 10K. A call here, and 7,100 of that is ghost. This would be a horrendous start to the session for Elezra. Barely 2 orbits in.
Just have a big ace.
And he makes the call.
So without a doubt, the first group of people I've ever gambled with where
Franzi takes another
classical
one.
piano is a topic of discussion. This is this is
I was gonna
far
join.
more educated than my typical poker game.
I was gonna join in, but I just don't have much to contribute.
Yeah, I heard it. He was like, "Oh, you haven't heard this guy? Oh my goodness."
I'm like, they used to play the piano.
Well, things have gone from bad to worse for Elezra as Zach Franzi took 2 big bites out of the seasoned pro. During the break, Elezra decided to take a walk after a rough start, and the table decided to start talking pandemic commercial real estate.
So they'd rather eat the month-over-month loss of no rent than lower the rent, get it filled, and then all of a sudden their entire building is valued less.
Right. Yeah.
So you would just have all these vacant stores, and no one will lower the rent.
And it's weird because like the question mark is out on like what's happening with commercial real estate right now. Like everything else seems fine. Like the housing market's on fire. The economy's doing well. People are spending. We're playing poker. Still waiting on Paul Pierce, but
He's on his way, bro.
yeah, okay, there you go. That's all I need to hear, man.
Short it,
Call.
but go long on two
Deep
kings,
call.
which is what Zach Francis doing here. One of those
Deep
kings
call.
busy in Nick Wright's hand. A lot of interference as all the Broadway cards are being shared by the 4-player field, and somehow the case king finds its way to the flop. Franzi's on fire.
Call.
Maria, you just didn't like Vegas?
Um,
Or family or?
800.
my family still lives in LA,
Yeah.
but and I did like Vegas, but I was in a condo. I was at the Martin.
Yeah.
It's like it just escaped me. And I just wanted more space, especially during
See,
the
Zach is
yeah. I know.
Make a profit.
a little
Yeah, I mean,
bit
it's
surprised
still
by
like-
Nick's choice to
'Cause when I first moved
defend
in,
the
it was
big check
still
call and
really
then
low,
lead.
But like obviously, this was at the beginning of the pandemic, so the housing prices and places weren't as good as it is now. But it was still.
Wright is drawing dead
Check.
with just one pair. Call the extra 1800 on the turn fairly quickly.
Are you guys gonna get a place here?
No, we always, almost every trip we talk about it, but then we always like, the Cosmo's so great. We love the amenities. We love being right on the strip, having a gym in the building, food, room service. So it's just not worth it.
And it feels more like a vacation
Yeah.
when you get to like have all of the amenities like,
Yeah.
on hand. But
Yeah, it's just too nice to be
Right.
in the hotel. So
And all their rooms have balconies, right?
Yeah.
So it's like even more of a house,
I'd be,
more of a condo.
yeah, I'd be more tempted to buy a place in LA because the hotels
think
aren't
I
as
believe
great.
you.
pretty good right now. huh?
right,
That's
I
true.
We are like
bet.
looking at homes online. We're just
I
like,
bet.
we could just peace out. But
Yeah.
One of my old coworkers in Toronto blind bought a place in Fort Lauderdale because of it's just I mean it's sad what's going on up there.
Call.
Nick makes a big call of 6,000 on the river here as conversation was centering
Not to
around
take away from the
quarantine
skill,
housing.
but like how you running, Zach? You feel
Yeah.
like
Sad.
doing all right.
couple trips, top set,
You
flush.
guys been able to like get in to get a
Is
vaccine?
it sad that I'm actually
Oh,
upset
you guys
this is
okay,
the
good.
game?
Yeah, yeah. It's, that's actually
So
one of the
easy.
reasons why we're staying way longer.
Huh?
We were supposed to fly out.
While you were gone, he flopped a set of kings against my one king.
Oh boy, he just learned this game. He knows how to
good.
play 4 cards, and now he's playing 2 cards.
Run good.
Yeah.
I mean, I made a horrifying call in the end, but I put him on the nuts or nothing, and it was 50-50. It's just wrong.
You know JRB, right?
Yeah, of course.
He whispered in my ear, he said, this Zach guy, so lucky.
It's Eli's big blind.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Call.
My guess
Well,
is
I see
it
that.
wasn't
Never mind.
so much a whisper.
Oh, you good, you think?
Only on Tuesdays. Tuesday? I missed it?
400.
JRB back in the day was a nightclub guy.
Yes.
I've heard him talk about it, but I didn't.
Thank you.
There's almost
Is this
no one.
sorry, is it good now? Yeah, okay. Sorry about that.
He seems like a very nice guy, but it's also very funny. I was during quarantine. I was watching
He's so
old.
amazing, isn't it?
How can you not like him? He donates to his game every night.
No. But, you know, right?
He has
Yeah, and especially if you work in the nightclub business before, you have to be good at
he's very,
moving and
he's the best self-promoter
personable.
ever.
Not surprised.
But he's very pleasant always.
Yes, yeah.
I think Phil Hellmuth
I was
might have
with him
something
right
to
before I
say
walked
about
over
the
here. He was
best
asking if you're
self-promoter
playing.
ever
I think he
moniker.
plays tomorrow.
Check.
Meanwhile, we focus
playing
on the
Friday
task
too,
at
so-
hand for Joelle Parenteau. That was winning
Is
this
it- is
pot,
Friday the
though she
same go?
decides not to
don't
fire
know.
a
Tomorrow's
c-bet on
the
the queen high
sitting,
rainbow
Friday's the
flop.
same.
Yeah. Friday's 50-100.
Hey, we have Phil Almuth Friday, man.
That's
The real gambler.
That's enjoyable.
But I
Nick
was
takes the
watching
initiative
old Poker Go during
on
the
the turn.
quarantine, and JRB's on an episode, and he's talking about like never getting married, not like kids, the whole thing. And then I watched one just randomly,
Yeah.
a different one, and it was like 2 years later from during the quarantine. He's talking about how he spent the whole
It's like
quarantine at home with his kids.
Yeah.
He's
Did
having
you
a
add
third.
chips, Eli?
No.
Oh, okay.
He also has a third coming.
Oh, that's awesome.
900.
900.
Another
Went
little
over there
girl.
to add chips. I got my credit is no good.
Your credit's so good.
They cut him off.
Nick Wright a slick 900 on the end. Sheds the better ace high, which was a Broadway
Robert's
gutty.
up the street. I could text him for you.
No, they transfer from Bellagio, but you know, as an old school, when you run bad, don't add up money yet.
Right. So you wait till it.
He waits till at least the first break.
No, my worst
Javier's.
poker losses, like at the end of the night, are nights where
No, I need you to find out. if
instead
they
of
got
waiting to
seafood in yet.
lose, if I get buy in for
Javier's,
5,000
they've been
and
out
get down
for
to
the last 4 days.
2,000, like I'll add 3 more. Add 3. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, at the end
They
of the
say
night,
tomorrow every day.
what happened? I'm like, I only went broke once, but it's like, yeah, because it's.
Thank you.
Is that the menu?
Sorry, Ellie. They thought I was real spoiled on Monday.
Okay.
When me and Dan go outside and I'm drinking something, he bumped into me and went all over. I had a white Louis t-shirt on, and it went everywhere. Like, well, I'm not going back on the camera with all this on my chest. So, trying to figure out how to get a shirt, so I called the butler, had him go to the villa and bring me clothes. Here comes,
No way.
He comes walking in with my dry cleaning clothes. I was like, there we go.
I like it.
I'm like, what else was I gonna do? I was covered in coffee.
Oh, the Butler life.
Actually, upstairs with JRB, you're taking breaks. When you run, you lose a couple of big points. You could.
Hey, we play. It's at Waldorf, so you take a break whenever you want.
Oh, okay.
Maria 3-betting the king-queen suited out of
We've
position
actually become
against the
pretty good friends with
6-7
the
suited.
head chef of Mastro's, because he caters a lot of the nights there.
Ooh.
And when we have oysters, he won't let them come over unless he comes to shuck them himself. Wow. Super nice guy.
But it's really cool to play like that. Yeah.
Super nice guy.
900.
I don't know what to get. What's the best thing? with
Backdoor
Javier's?
diamonds
I
and
like
2
everything.
overs. Comes out
I get
swinging
the
against
triple
backdoor clubs.
enchiladas, the trio, but they've
and
been
a
out of
gutty.
lobster and crab for like the last 4 days, so I'm waiting to find out if they got seafood in.
Okay.
It's like a different sauce on each one. It's 1 shrimp enchilada, 1
One crab and 1 lobster.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. If they have it, I'm gonna get that.
It's my favorite thing.
My problem with food is
Board pairs.
literally not any type of food I don't eat or don't like. So it's
I don't
big.
know
Maria
if you
picks
noticed,
up
the
the
Greek
flush
Italian
draw.
kid doesn't miss too many meals. And it's not from being bashful with the food. He enjoys food too.
Yeah.
It's 3,400. 34.
Ellie keeps getting up. I can't never go smoke a damn cigarette.
Sizing went way up on the turn as Maria was not interested in being called.
Oh.
It's just the wrong suit on the turn.
Oh, okay.
6, 7 of clubs.
When Maria Ho finally makes her presence known at the table, that's usually what we see, her dragging a pot. Stick around, more after this. Welcome back to Poker After Dark, where our 5100 cash game has had a nice balance of action and table talk thanks to one Nick Wright.
I mean, the fact that the Clippers have never made a conference finals, that's impossible.
There's other teams though, right? Like who else hasn't?
Think of them. It's New Orleans. But they
an
haven't
expansion.
existed for a
Yeah,
long
okay,
time.
so let's like take them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then try to find another. Charlotte, I don't think Charlotte ever did. They made round 2 and lost to Jordan. But they're also relatively new.
Yeah, they're new-ish. They're
Yeah.
like in
Orlando is in the last
Memphis.
30 years. Memphis made a conference finals.
Orlando has
Zebo
definitely
got
made it.
suspended for a game for
okay.
fake
Yeah, that
punching.
was
a
bad.
guy.
Orlando's definitely.
No, I was
they
gonna
won a
no,
championship.
that's well, they didn't win a championship, but they went to the finals twice.
They didn't win with Shaq and Penny.
No, they got swept by a king. Shaq
don't
only
know how
won
I-
rings
I
with
don't know how I lost
Miami
that hand
and
to you.
the Lakers.
No, you're correct.
And then they also
What do you
went back
mean?
to the finals with Dwight.
That's what I'm.
But that's what I was going to say.
think
Like
about.
Orlando's one of the new teams. They made it.
You think I'm not gonna call a bet on
Toronto
that?
hasn't made a conference finals.
No. I
Oh, you
pulled
just had a ton
Franzi
of outs.
has
Oh,
just
well,
had
yeah,
the medicine
Toronto
for
just won the
Elezra.
title.
Okay, well that.
And here he is with Ace
Hadn't
King
made a
That
conference
was like
finals.
in the big blind, looking
just
up
run out
at
from
a
my hand,
raise
but-
and a 3-bet
Right, I thought right.
from
I was
Winand
like,
and Elezra respectively.
well. You did make the flush draw and wasn't up against a straight flush, so I feel like they're still faring pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm just saying, like.
Opts for a flat
almost
call.
ahead. I hope that's one of the ones they edit out. It's like, why don't you bet the turn? I don't know.
Call.
Guess I should have raised.
Because you knew it wasn't coming, you didn't want to lose more.
3 close.
There it is. Go Lakers.
Winan goes set mining. Isn't going to like a queen 9-4 flop. Does have the only spade, however. And Elezra here with the open ender.
Check.
Choosing to check back. Seven on the turn, and Franzi's going to bet it like he's got it.
1,500.
What made you a Jazz fan?
The statistics, the numbers.
Take it down,
So you're
Zach.
not a fan, like, it's not like that's the team
Oh,
you
no,
root
no,
for.
no, I'm a Miami
You're just
fan.
saying,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
What do you
I
think,
got
what do you think about Tyler Harrow?
I don't think he's very good.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
That's
Am I going after
No,
all
I'm
your
like
guys?
over leveraged on like all of his trading cards.
Oh, that's not great.
That's all right. I mean, it could be worse.
They're also, did you see, just like 36 hours ago,
He's like beefing with Pat Riley.
well, yeah, because they
Which I'm
think he
like-
parties too much. He's too big of a celebrity, they said.
Yeah. And Pat's right. Like, you got to listen to Pat.
Well, also, yeah, I mean, he's young. Young, yeah.
He's got his own cereal.
Yeah.
Unless you're Dennis Rodman.
He had like an unbelievable run.
He didn't start
in the
partying until
bubble.
like he was in his 30s.
I know, but that was when came under Phil. He was
Yeah.
out of control. I mean, still played great though.
I wish I had my own cereal. You know, come to think of it, that'd be awesome.
What would you call it?
Hishios.
Hishios.
Hishos.
Call.
Hish
Sounds
flakes.
very bland.
Why don't you just make it?
Hands up.
Okay.
It'd be a
now
good
we're
vanity
talking. Now we're
project.
talking. Now
That's
we're
cooler than a boat.
Vanity.
How many people have a
Sell
boat?
all of your
the rich
Tyler Hero
people have a
cards
boat.
and put
You'd
it
be like,
all,
hey,
go all into your cereal.
Sorry, boys, we're out.
Couldn't have a better return.
I'm investing in my new cereal.
This is it right here. I'm out of card breaks. We're in cereal.
We expect a percentage from
Well,
the
that's
sales
right.
because
Opened with the
it's
ace
wrong.
queen, has the ace of clubs and 2 overs, but chooses to
We
check
just
back
need a little seed funding.
against
Yeah.
Joel, who now
So
turns
are
an
you
open
like a
ender with
sports
her
card
deuce
nerd
3.
or just directly buying?
A little bit of both.
Do you do like sealed boxes and then?
Yeah,
swap?
I've got a ton.
Okay.
I've got so many right now.
So Tom Marchese has a ridiculous amount of it.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, for sure. I've got a ton of national treasures. If you guys collect, that's like the highest end stuff.
When I was a child, my mom owned an antique shop.
Sorry.
Eli
Oh
won a
my
pot.
gosh, did you win a pot?
Hey,
Eli.
bravo.
Well deserved.
It's all the cereal talk, man.
Cash him out.
It's turning around.
Curse is broken.
Cash him out. Oh, guys, I'm getting a little tired.
Nothing better than seeing Ellie smiling at a poker table where he feels right at home and has for so long.
I still can't believe I paid off this set of kings. It's just the worst. This is a terrible way for me to.
They'll probably edit it out though.
Oh no, it'll definitely be in there. It's the only big pop we've
I was
played.
kidding. I was sorry. Just like
How big was it?
it's like
I bet
When I left, right?
Yeah.
you left.
like 15.
I bet on the turn. I bet 800. He made it 2,600. On the river, I checked. He bet 6,000. I paid him.
It was a big hand.
It was a
And
big
what,
hand.
what was the board?
King,
8,
5, 8,
deuce.
deuce, 7
You
or
would
so,
say
something.
that he's running good.
Yeah, and he had, and I had,
You would say
I
he's
had a
running
king, and I just, it didn't make sense to me that he would bet ace king or king queen like in that way.
That's big.
And so I said, I thought he had, was trying to push me off exactly what I had, which was a mediocre king. I was like, I'm gonna look like a genius on TV. I said to him, I just don't believe you. And I put it in, and then he slowly, the way he turned his hand over, was like, I think I might win. And I saw 2 face cards. I'm like, 2 queens, I'm the best. And it was 2 kings. I'm like, God, not the best. I check, sorry.
Check.
Big flop for Daniel Winan. Top
Yeah.
pair, and the second nut flush draw. We know Wright has the 8 of clubs.
500.
What's nestled in there with it?
Call sign.
good that the mic can't pick up your inner monologues. Like, it's like that'd be great if it could.
That technology's coming.
Right?
After the pre-flop raiser check back on the flop,
When people are
he
Hollywood.
chose to just flat the 500 from Nick Wright, which turns into 1,500.
Flush. Flush is good.
Snap called by Daniel, who might have lost more had he taken another line.
1,500.
Yeah, he. Good.
And Nick Wright beginning the ascent back to even.
Could have lost a lot more there.
You had set.
No. Just the way how it went. Like,
Oh, I got you.
I had a pretty good ace. And by pretty good, I mean really good.
So with some sarcastic applause from Ellie for winning his first pot, to Nick stacking chips, the players in the red are turning it around. Nick Wright has made a splash so far in his first appearance on Poker After Dark, and he spoke with Veronica about his poker origins.
Yeah, so I'm curious how you fell in love with poker, how you found poker.
So funny, when I was like 11, we got a small pool table in my house, and my dad, who I didn't know at the time, but used to be a bit of a street hustler, like a pool player, dice guy. He was trying to teach me a lesson. So we were playing 9-ball. I'll never forget it. $2 on the 5, $5 on the 9. And I crushed him for like an hour, and he owed me like 40 bucks. And I'm 11 years old. And he's like, all right, I need a chance to get my money back. Let's up the stakes. Let's play 10 on the 5, 20 on the 9. I'm like, no problem, you stink. And he rolled me for 45 minutes. And I lost all the money I had won, and I owed him $130. And he made me pay him. And I was 11, I had no income. He made me find a way to pay him $11 a month for 12 months. And you
Your
might
dad
say,
hustled you.
yeah, hustled me. And he thought the lesson was going to be, this is why you shouldn't gamble. The lesson I took was, wow, you can make a lot of money gambling if you know what you're doing.
Wow, well that's one way to learn how to hustle.
But,
Yeah, come on.
but he did know that he was beat. And
But he wanted you to prove that he was right. So he paid for it.
right, but the thing is that it was like it was relatively early in television poker. It was the first time almost in history where he had the back of his mind knowing I'm going to get to find out. If it's a big time regular game now on TV, you're like, I'll go to my deathbed not knowing.
Yeah.
But he just have to wait a few months.
Francie tried to limp into this one. Elezra trying to
600.
reclaim some of his bucks, and disaster on this flop as Zach has trip queens.
There.
Oh boy.
Heads up.
$17.
1,700.
More innocent lives flung into the fire.
Call.
No! We need to steam this guy up. We need him to lose a pot.
I might.
Well, there's only 2 outs that would make that true, and that's not one of them.
900.
The heart's coming in, and Ellie downsizes to a defensive 900.
That's all you want to call on the river and the heart got there? The 9?
The heart got there for you or for me?
For you.
No, I had aces.
Call.
No good.
Just can't beat the guy.
Got lucky, I guess, with the heart.
That's why I said, at least blocking, the queen must be good. Guys, we have 3 more days to play.
Call. Raise up to 400.
Remember
Jack
what's her
suited for
name
Joelle?
that used to work in the
What's her
in the
Yeah, I remember her.
Poker After Dark, and she used to. I mean, it was like what you say, 4 or 5 days episode. So for one, so they stop us completely,
And she had to go change.
Oh,
she
yeah.
used to come and
That's awesome.
Which one? There was a few hosts of
the original one.
Drea?
No.
Shauna
Was she
Hyatt,
blonde or
perhaps?
brunette?
No,
Like-
brunette.
Brunette.
Oh, okay,
Leanne
yeah,
Tweeden?
but I always forget. Leanne Tweeden? No.
Yes, yes,
yeah?
yes, 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 yes. Yeah, like Twitter. I remember
yeah.
Twitter.
There.
Tweeden, yeah.
I like when they ask you, what's your Twitter? I'm like, I don't have a Twitter. Go, huh? Like you're crazy for not having one. Prefer not
Joelle
to be
raised
involved in all
Nick
that.
Wright's limp.
How are we supposed to keep in touch?
Instagram.
Okay, Instagram.
800.
I do go on there once in a while.
You guys are all making my Christmas card list this year. It's been wonderful.
Call.
His
Take some
sixes
pencil
are
cards.
still good.
The Christmas card photo is going to be our photo from here.
From them to you.
Yeah, that's it.
LA's stab on the flop unsuccessful. He decides not to fire twice.
Christmas card's gonna have a meme of Doge on there.
It's awesome.
Completely
It's the
worthless.
first crypto I bought.
Ready? Wait, completely useless, but very great money maker.
Yeah, it's insane.
Kind of like XRP, not getting destroyed by the SEC and using them as a test.
Looks like Nick is getting very comfortable at this table. Stay tuned for more Poker After Dark, coming right up. Welcome back to Poker After Dark, where the table talk is turned to poker players' favorite topic of debate, their taste in food.
Cobb salad is the absolute nut low.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Yes.
strong
Oh,
disagree.
I was gonna say,
Strong-
like,
I literally,
bad
that was
take
half of my
the
dinner
game.
last night.
No.
Cobb salad is an elite salad.
We can take a vote right. Cobb salad is not an elite salad.
It's an elite salad.
I agree with
The
you.
It has
nut-
bacon,
it
it has
has-
avocado.
It has hard-boiled egg, which
It doesn't
is
matter.
always
It's
good.
got rich, creamy,
Hard-boiled egg is drawing dead for me.
Okay.
That's
The nut low salad
That's
is
trying to-
anything
I
that's
know.
like the arugula and fennel horse.
Or just like,
They try to convince
Wow.
you is
And don't they often put
Tasty.
like that blue cheese on it? That just.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
this moment, Nick?
no.
It's the
You
one where
guys
you
pay
and I
attention.
fell out.
I'm not going to
apologize.
tell you anymore.
He already answered it for me.
He's done telling you.
So is that the
Cobb
answer?
salad
No?
is the 8-deuce offsuit
It was a
of
raise.
It's
salads.
ish blind. I mean,
Yeah,
It's not
he's
even
coming after
salad.
it
Who are you
now.
kidding?
That was
Not
the
eating
one-
all
healthy.
those new, the
Arugula,
new
on the
age,
other hand, the beautiful
double
spice.
raise only. That's it.
Fresh parm,
The what?
lemon, olive
Everybody
oil.
double raise in tournament
Now
now.
you're
Oh,
cooking with
yeah,
gas.
yeah, yeah.
Don't do
Yeah,
three
yeah.
time or
check,
two and a half.
check
do
to
you
me.
mean?
Go ahead.
Berkey used to 7x and now it's strictly 2.5, 3. Like, oh, he's so.
Two players hit a 5 on the turn,
It'd be like 400 and then it'd be like 3,200.
both playing the 10
Oh,
kicker.
Berkey.
He solved it.
Huh?
He solved it.
Oh, he's had to refine his bets.
This is where Nick Schulman would say, I think you should go for thin value here.
Yeah.
Obviously good.
Oh, here it comes.
What? What's
Here
the,
it
you
comes.
didn't have the flop.
Ellie, just roll over a 10.
No, you know I got 5. I just have to check if I can scoop him.
Oh, okay.
I believe you're.
I personally did not know you have a 5 there, so I feel like that was one half.
Slow roll, I slow
One
roll.
half of an emotional slow roll.
Yes, slow roll.
An emotional slow roll.
I believe
Is there
Ellie's-
never?
But I did feel better because
I'm
once
old, I'm old.
I felt that I won, and then once you turned it over, I thought I had lost, and so
want
like,
everyone
evened
to
out.
take
I was
to
like, oh,
Twitter.
I chopped. I thought the 8
You
played.
know those guys that
And
do
weigh
like
in
the head, you know,
on
I try
the
to-
Nick
Yeah,
Wright
kinda counting the-
Cobb
yeah.
salad is
That's why you
elite.
played Nick
Next
Sally
time,
right
Beretta
there.
Debate.
can say, sir, you're supposed to open your hand first.
I don't have
Here's a
enough
man in
I don't-
need of corrective action.
Maybe I should do that. I never do that. Like make the guy.
They'll
I
kick
just
me out of
turn
that
my
game.
hand.
Get
so fast 'cause
embarrassed,
I'll ask
you mean?
questions.
No,
And
no,
they're
but
relevant
the-
questions. They're like, hey, does this beat that?
If a pot is checked on the river, I don't like go back in
I
my
do the
head
same
and say like who's is supposed to open. If I think I can win, I just turn my hand over. Which I probably shouldn't do because I lose out on information if people muck. But I just always just open my hand.
Yeah.
Daniel
Yo,
dares
sevens
to
are
take
nuts.
on Zach Franzi, who
This
continues
is
to
like the slot
smash
machine, like
flops.
raising sevens. Let's go.
There's been a pair of 7s on all 3 floors.
Yeah, that's right. Go.
And
And
Wyman
that shuffler's legit.
going to float here.
Right.
Better
Over
hope
there.
he doesn't pick up equity. And
Doing-
my gosh. Frenzy has a hard draw to trips. Oh, Wyman
700.
gotten himself into a small quicksand pond. Calls 700. Now the ace of hearts improving Zach to a flush.
$2,000.
Good fold.
Thanks.
At a 7, but ended up with a flush.
Oh,
Wow.
Well, credit to Daniel for not paying off on the end.
Thought the
Respecting
break was
that
gonna
third
cool you
barrel.
down, but no.
No?
I think
Still.
the 7 was good.
Talking about my looks or poker?
Woo! I like it. It was all the Cobb salad chit chat.
Poker After Dark is brought to you by Roman. Simple, straightforward, the way healthcare should be. Visit GetRoman.com to learn more. Manscaped. Don't gamble with your grooming tools. Visit Manscaped.com today for the best in men's grooming. And Poker Go. Get in the game at PokerGo.com.
Thank you.
Same. Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
don't
Wow.
know.
Three of us were
Well, Maria,
Ellie-
maybe you
Ellie
and I
did
have
it.
been
We can't
living in a
go
bubble.
eat people like
We've
now
been
we know
living in
who
a
we
bubble.
can go eat with and who
hate
like.
Because we don't like
Yeah.
Cobb
I hate
salad?
the
Yeah,
I agree.
basically.
Fair.
It's they were too lazy to
Like-
chop up the thing.
I don't trust anybody's palate that doesn't like Cobb salad.
All that's missing is a little bit of earth on.
I just don't like
Not
hard-boiled eggs.
kosher-ish.
Oh,
Oh, Cobb salad?
Yeah, there's
But
bacon.
there's like
bacon,
8
yeah.
other ingredients in there. I feel like you could just get it without it then.
Or I just order a Caesar salad and add whatever I want.
Caesar salad's like also on like the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
I think you just don't like cream.
but you like beet and goat cheese and this fancy.
Caesar dressing
Yes.
is
I feel
like
like
can
this
be
is what
offensive,
we're
but Caesar
talking about.
salad without like dressing.
You know the
can't be
problem with
offensive.
Cobb?
There's like hardly any.
It's like a meal by itself.
It is a meal.
You're not
That's not
gonna
a problem. Why is
you're
that a
not
There's
gonna-
problem?
chicken, bacon.
Well, because
yeah.
we like to
That's
eat the
a good
steak
thing.
after that, you know?
Yeah. That's why you know what salad's good? The wedge.
Okay, I agree
I like
with
that
Wow.
too. That's also bacon.
Why don't we find
what
common
is the
ground?
big difference between the wedge and the Cobb, really, when you think about it? Wedge has,
Blue cheese dressing number 1.
but wedge
Oh.
usually comes with like some type of blue cheese crumble or gorgonzola.
Yeah, for sure.
Or
Yeah,
whatever.
gorgonzola. Oh, nice, gorgonzola. That's a good cheese.
This is a very in-depth salad conversation.
Oh,
We're
seriously?
going for it. We're going for it on Poker After Dark.
I'm sure Ollie
All
will
the
weigh
salad
in.
talk.
22.
Oh, yeah.
Some great tips.
I prefer greens and dressing.
Well, Nick Wright would have preferred a non-club turn, as he is now facing a $2,200 lead from Ellie. Got himself top pair and a king kicker. And he's shown the ability to be curious in spots where a line doesn't seem to add up. Doing some accounting.
$52?
5,200.
That's all what you're playing there?
No, I've got like 7,400, I think.
No, I'm saying you
Yes.
got.
Oh, no.
Yes.
The biggest chip I have is this.
I'm all in here.
All in.
Well, I was wrong. If he has a flush, I'm dead. That's unfortunate.
That is not what Nick Wright wanted to hear,
Okay.
as he has misread this situation.
There's a 52. I have to call. Do you have flush? You win.
All in and call.
Doesn't matter how many times we run it. He wins.
Ouch.
Good hand, Ellie.
Thank you.
So credit to Elezra.
Yes.
Chose the line that
20,000.
And how
induced the
lucky were you,
raise
Ellie?
by
We could've
leading
done
out on
self-serve.
the
Hold on.
turn
Don't
after
press-
getting
don't
there.
do that.
Yeah, just give me big chips. Oh, Zach, when the horse will fall out. We'll be there waiting, don't worry.
I've been hearing that for 7 years.
Right?
Next time on Poker After Dark,
Oh, you're not even in the hand.
Yeah.
That's no impact.
the table talk stays strong with this group.
You should look at my hand. Look at my hand.
Ellie keeps mixing it up.
Hey, look at me. Look at my face when you... I have 2 10s.
It's not good.
Not 2 10s in my hand.
And Maria keeps taking them down.
How much do you like your hand?
Enough to make it 4,000.